go. Yes. Good timing. Perfect timing. They'll just give you a badge. You got no wedding garment.
To our special guest, Sri Conrad Sangma, Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, who is accompanied by the Excellencies, Archbishops, Bishop, special invitees, regional executives, and the Presidents and Secretary of the 15 Dioceses of Northeast under the theme Pilgrims of Hope. To our special guest, the Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Sri Conrad Sangma, Your Excellencies, Archbishops, Bishop, dignitaries, special invitees, Reverend Fathers and Sisters, well-wishers, and you all, my dear youthful delegates from all over the northeastern states, we offer a sincere welcome to each one of you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request Sri Conrad Sangma to kindly host our ICYM Northeast flag.
To the last, for all the least and the lost and the last, we have heard that calling, our breeze born with joy. Together we come as one. I see why I'm Northeast.
Bishops, all our Reverend Fathers, Reverend Sisters, all our members from different dioceses who have come here today, and all the delegates from different states of the Northeast who have come here to be part of this 5th Regional Youth Convention. On this auspicious occasion, dated 27th, 2025, here at Mary Help of Christians Cathedral, Kohima, in the name of God the Father, I am delighted to declare the 5th Regional Youth Convention organized by Northeastern Regional Youth Commission, Indian Catholic Youth Movement, and hosted by Nagaland Catholic Youth Movement, officially open.
Sri Conrad Sangma, the Honorable Dynamic Chief Minister of Meghalaya, the only Catholic Chief Minister with us. Round of applause. He has emerged as a leading political figure in Northeast India, known for his youthful energy and inclusive leadership. Dear sir, your heart for youth says, our youth hold the key to bright future. By believing in their potential and creating a space for them to grow, we are shaping a stronger, united tomorrow. It's about empowering their dreams and ensuring they feel valued every step of the way. Together, let's continue building a future where our young minds can truly thrive. Not my words, I unquote the words of our Honorable Chief Minister. Our youth, our strength, iterated his government's commitment to the overall growth of the youth. Your commitment to ensuring sustainable and holistic development of children and youth by upholding their rights and looking after their well-being is immensely inspiring. We have the apt and appropriate leader today amidst us, our special guest for the 5th Regional Youth Convention to effect and help our young people reflect. Your presence fills our hearts with warmth, and we hope you enjoy every second of your time here with us, sir. A very warm welcome. May I now request Mr. Huimingam Jona Chithung, the Regional Youth President, Indian Catholic Youth Movement Northeast, to honor our Honorable Chief Minister. Sir, please to come. Jona presents our Honorable CM with the Thankful Sword and a memento. We'll have too many things to carry and hold. And a scrap. We have a special t-shirt for sir. Off-white. The RYC t-shirt. And I'll tell you the size, XXL. Is it? Pilgrims of Hope. And above the crux of the presentation, spear. Wow. To spearhead. And we request please be there. The host will be presenting simultaneously. Will not leave you. Yes, round of applause. The host, for him dies his presence. Sir, you'll have a lot of things to carry with you. For in it is our love, in it is ingrained our praise for you. It's calling for him. Wow. For a wine and photo shoot. And a spear too, another moment to spearhead. Thank you.
It is an immense pleasure to have you all to this 5th Regional Youth Convention 2025. We have gathered here with a shared purpose to empower, inspire, and to push up one another as we take off on this journey of faith together. I request every one of you present here to be the change maker, the leaders and the hope bringers that our society and the church so desperately needs. Let us draw inspiration from the word of President Cyril Ramaphosa, the President of South Africa, who emphasized the importance of youth empowerment, saying, "The youth deserve nothing less than a future where their skills, creativity, and determination can flourish in this changing world, in this changing society, and in this changing church." We must recognize the potential that is within us and take the role as leaders, driving positive change into the communities, into the church, and extend to the world. As we gather here today, let us engage ourselves, share our ideas, and learn from one another. Our energy, creativity, and passion are vital to shaping a brighter future of the church. Let us make the most opportunity of today's event to connect, to grow, to inspire, and to lift up one another. We can achieve greatness by working together and create a lasting impact in our movement, in our organization, and in the church, and make this convention memorable and a successful one. I wish every one of you a successful and a fruitful convention ahead. God bless Indian Catholic Youth Movement, Northeast. Thank you.
I am here to bear testimony that I am a living medal of your great dad. He was my high school teacher in Don Bosco, Dibrugarh, Don Bosco. He taught me history and civics. And today I'm very happy to see his face in you. And I honor him today, and I promise that I will say a mass for his great soul and for your family. Thank you for coming here. That was in 1970s. I passed my matric in 1974, so that's great. And Honorable L. Heck, Cabinet Minister, so great of you to see you again in our midst and to give us encouragement. And Archbishop, Most Reverend John Mulachara, President of the Northeast Regional Bishops' Council, and Archbishop Victor Lindo, Archbishop, Most Reverend, I've already promoted you. Bishop James Topil, we are always friends, classmates, and this and that, so we have been walking together, we pull each other. Anyway, today I am giving you promotion. We can exchange the place. And dear Father Berman, nobody gave you honor. And as the governor of India, who used to give the Reserve Bank of India, I promised to pay and so on. I give you that promise. And all the dignitaries, special invitees, and presidents of the regional and diocesan youth, and all the delegates, executives and all that. I just want to be short here. It is so great to be here together. If you come here, you see the sea of youth, the beautiful singing in the cathedral, and then the wonderful, the warmth that we're sharing. I just want to say, every one of you, thank you for coming and witnessing this unity in the Lord as Catholic youth and sponsors of Catholic youth. And with gratitude to you all for your presence, for your sponsorship, and for your encouragement. This is my last sentence. The Northeast Catholic Youth today stand for. The light and salt of the Northeast, and the hope for the future of the Catholic Church in India. God bless the ICM Northeast and the whole of the nation. Thank you.
Most Reverend James Tuffield, we are in your kingdom. Thank you so much for welcoming us. Most Reverend John Mulashira, Archbishop of Party, Archbishop Linus, Chairman of the Youth of Northeast India, then John Burman. We have been promoted to the Most Reverend. We hope that we will be fulfilled. No? And then today we are very happy to have our Honorable Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. Not only you are proud, myself I am also very proud of him. Let us put our hands together for him. And A.L. Heck, he also is a minister. He's a BJP, but he's Catholic. Yes, he's very much Catholic. Yeah. Also, Chief Minister is Catholic. And the Archbishop also Catholic. So today, I'm very happy to be here with you. Tonight we are with you. We are so handsome today. And so beautiful. Because we belong to Christ. So today, this 5th Youth Convention of Northeast region held in Mary Help of Christian here in Kohima, based on the theme Pilgrim of Hope. We have sung Pilgrim of Hope, the dress you given to us of Pilgrim of Hope, and all of us instruments of hope. So, dear young people of Northeast India, you are pilgrim, not a tourist. Don't come here as tourists. Today you have come here as a pilgrim of hope. Therefore your life is not about sightseeing, but about seeking the deeper meaning of your existence. Pilgrim walks with a mission. All of you have a mission. So Jesus Christ is your companion on your journey. Jesus said, I am with you always. Matthew 28:20. Don't leave Jesus. Jesus should be the center of your life. If Jesus is the center of your life, there will be always hope. Always. You will not lack hope. Therefore, Jesus said, I am with you always to the end of age. Hope is your fuel. Without hope, we stop moving. Let hope in Christ keep your heart burning even in dark times. In the Catholic Church, we are not allowed to lose hope. No one is here allowed to lose hope. Always hope. Whatever happened to us should have always hope. Hope in God. Therefore, not allowed to lose hope. Remember that. Therefore, walk in faith, not in fear. Jesus said, do not be afraid. Isaiah 41:10. Fear cripples, but faith empowers. You are empowered with faith. No fear should take place in your life. Therefore, dear young people, carry the cross, not comfort. A true pilgrim embraces sacrifice and responsibility by others. Just as Jesus carried the cross for all of us, we too have to continue to carry the cross with Jesus. Therefore, be rooted in prayer. Today we started the function with the Holy Eucharist. And as Bishop Lino said today, speak about the heart, center of love. When you love somebody, what do you say? I love you with my heart. You don't say, I love you with my head. No one said that. Or stomach. Love you with my heart. So be rooted in prayer. Prayer for youth is a powerful youth. Prayer gives life and strength in the journey. Therefore, those lead prayer. Pray always, at all times. Be a sign of hope to others. Smile, encourage, help, lift up someone who is struggling. That's being a true pilgrim of hope. Live the gospel with joy. The joy of the Lord is your strength. We sang always, the joy of the Lord is our strength. Nehemiah 8:10. Joy is contagious. Spread it as a witness. If you have a joy with you, it spread everywhere. Then, dream big with God. Don't limit your dreams to the world standard. Let God expand your heart to serve humanity with hope. Be proud of your identity and culture. See here, so variety of dresses, variety of faces, variety of cultures. Be proud of that. Celebrate your tribe, language, and traditions while being united in Christ. Linus today said, we are all one, coming from whole of Northeast India. Avoid the culture of indifference. We are one here, coming from every part of Northeast India. Celebrate your tribe, language, and traditions while being united in Christ. Then avoid the culture of indifference, as I said to you. Do not say, it is not my problem. Stand up for what is right, to be a voice of the voiceless. Choose purity and holiness. Blessed are pure in heart, for they shall see God, Jesus said to all the youth. Be holy, be human. Then value relationship above technology. Technology connects us, but true relationships transform us. Make time for real conversations. Then live for something greater than yourself. Be part of the cause, a mission, service that brings hope to others. Build peace, not walls. These days so much war in the whole world, but we pray for peace. So build peace. Be instruments of peace. In region, in diverse cultures, be a bridge builder among communities and religions. Then stand firm in your faith. Don't be afraid to say that I'm a Catholic. Let no one despise your youth, but set an example in speech, conduct, love, faith, and purity. 1 Timothy 4:12. Be courageous in difficult times. Hope, shine, brightness in darkness. Let your light be a light when others lose their way. Reject addiction and negativity. Alcohol, drugs, negative social media, addiction, destroy your pilgrimage. Therefore, choose life, not escape. Serve the church and society. All of you have come here to serve the church and society. Be volunteer, teach catechism, help the poor, clean the church. Small acts of service are steps of hope. Then, forgive and reconcile. Do not carry the burdens of hatred or revenge. A hopeful heart is a forgiving heart. Learn, grow, never stop moving forward. As pilgrims, we never settle, always seek knowledge, truth, and self-improvement. Be echo of conscious pilgrims. Protect nature. We all always protect nature environment. The common home we journey through care for creation is a care for the future. Pope Francis So already written about this, how to respect nature. Celebrate your Catholic faith. Be proud to be a Catholic. Faith rich with tradition, sacrament, saint and service. Then always pray to Mother Mary. She will always intercede you. Dear youth, the church loves you. All the leaders here love you. All the bishops love you. I love you too very much. So I wish you, I pray for you. May God bless all of you abundantly.
The Honorable Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. He is the very dynamic leader and a visionary. He is a game changer. We are very happy to have the Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya in this program today. And also we'd like to thank to all the members who have invited us. The Most Reverend Archbishop Victor Lingdo had said, he is a Catholic but he's a BJP minister. I'm very proud to be a BJP minister. You know why? Whenever I go to any state in India, the first program I'll go to the church, I'll meet the parish priest or any priest. Especially and particularly to the state ruled by the BJP. Then I'll ask the parish priest or the priest, I am the cabinet minister of the BJP. If you have any problem of the BJP ruling state, you let me know. I am there in BJP to fight anybody who is being against our faith. We will not allow this to happen. That's why I am in BJP today. So don't take it otherwise because of BJP we are against Christian. No, not at all. I'm a full Christian. I'm also a Catholic. Today when I came here, I saw the themes, the Pilgrims of Hope. The Pilgrims of Hope, when we are looking at the themes, it's really reminding me about the footsteps of the Saint Mother Teresa. The Saint Mother Teresa, she is really the Pilgrims of Hope. Whenever she saw the poorest of the poor, she saw the vulnerable society, the helpless, she always wanted to bring hope to those people. So it thanks that is the footstep of the Saint Mother Teresa that I clearly remember the late P.S. Sangma, the father of Conrad Sangma, when he spoke once in the parliament, what he said, I quote the speech of Saint Mother Teresa, if you are a Christian, be a good Christian. If you are a Hindu, be a good Hindu. If you are a Muslim, be a good Muslim. Whatever be, you should be a good person, a good human being. So that is the teaching of Saint Mother Teresa. So thank you so much for inviting me, and God bless you all. Thank you.
The theme of our gathering, Pilgrims of Hope, reminds us that we are not wanderers, but purposeful travelers, anchored in Christ, moving towards as a church, yearning towards a future full of God's promises. As the world faces uncertainty, division and tension, and suffering leading to despair, the church looks to you, young people, her young sons and daughters, to rise as a beacon of hope, truth and love. In the words of Pope Francis, the youth are not the future but the present. The present or today's youth are the future of tomorrow's, of the church and of society. God, the church, the communities and societies look to you, my dear young people. Rise to the occasion and be a small candle, a pinch of salt and a little of leaven that give light, that preserves and give taste and ferment the society with the values of the gospel. Let these 3 days be a time of encounter with the Lord and with one another and within the church. Participate with openness and enthusiasm every event, whether it is be prayer, discussion, singing, dancing, learning, or sharing your own stories. Allow the Holy Spirit to stir something new in you. Let this experience shape your vision and commitment as young Catholics, ready to serve, to lead, and to evangelize. Enjoy the food. We'll give you plenty of dusinia or pork. Enjoy the cool breeze of Kohima, the majestic cathedral, the laughter and friendship, and the warmth of our people here in Kohima. May your gathering for the 5th Regional Convention create lasting memories and allow this Regional Youth Convention 2025 to leave a beautiful mark in your hearts. In that way, make the Regional Youth Convention not just an event, but a launching point of your great mission. As young Catholics, as leaders of the Church, and as pilgrims of hope for the world. Welcome to Kohima. Let us live our one holy Catholic and apostolic faith and experience the beauty and the joy of the universality of the Catholic Church. Have a good and faith-filled and faith-lived experience in Kohima. God bless you all.
I must say the timing was really perfect. They just brought me tea and I was asked to come on stage. That's my luck, I guess. I don't know how much time I should take because it's been a very, very long day. So I will try to be as short as possible. But as you know, you made a big mistake calling a politician. I will keep you here for some time, I assure you. But when Reverend Father John Berman was felicitating everyone, you know, I think there were lesser people left to felicitate than the people who were felicitated, I think. He felicitated almost everyone. And I was telling our Archbishop, Dr. Linus Nelly, that maybe you should have actually used that dowel. We would have saved half an hour. And I really, when I heard the speech, the sermon given by Most Reverend Dr. Linus Nelly, you know, I didn't miss a single word he said. I was absorbing everything that he mentioned. It was so deeply intellectual as well as religious. And I was wondering, I wonder who was his teacher that he came out to be so good. And then he came up on stage and he revealed it himself. So I know, Your Grace, where you got all those qualities from. Friends, I want to be this time a bit intellectual, I should say. And I will really request you to please allow me to play a video.
So my addiction started at a young age. I was maybe 11, 12 when I started drinking alcohol. There was a person who used to hide alcohol near my house. He used to steal that alcohol and drink it. But at that time, I was a promising kid, but I had problems with anxiety, insecurities. So, and I was very fascinated with the things the older kids were doing. So they were drinking, so when I got the chance to drink, I just drank it for the cool factor. But when after drinking it, I understood that it numbed my anxiety, it numbed my insecurities, and I went on with that. And but then later on, it progressed to another substance because alcohol was little harder to hide from the family. So I started smoking weed. And that went on for years, since I was 11 to the age of 16, 17. And when I reached 16, 17, alcohol and weed did not, marijuana did not do job anymore. So I had, at that time I was a bit smarter, so I sought psychiatric help. And that's when I got relief from the symptoms, from the anxiety, from the disabilities that I was having mentally. And then, but due to the nature of me not knowing I have this illness, I did not use the psychiatric help the way it was supposed to be. So I abused the psychiatric medications. So after that, that also didn't give me a lasting effect, and I was on the search for another thing, another drug, something that would relieve me. And being in a state where drugs are the only drug you can find is heroin, that's what I found. I found heroin, and the moment I first took in heroin, it was like a piece of me that I found. I thought that this is what I was looking for. And at the start, I made a promise to myself that I would not get addicted, I would not become a thief, I would not become a liar, I would not get into it too much, I would just use it as a tool to help me through my disorders. So that didn't last very long. I had become dependent very quickly. Within 2 to 3 weeks, I had become dependent on it, and I sought help from that point itself. But then I went through multiple relapses. Even after seeking help, I went through multiple relapses. I kept relapsing, and I did not know why. It wasn't until the moments where I hit rock bottom that I really looked for help. I had started injecting, and my spiritual bankruptcy was so bad that my first syringe, my first injection part was where I could not find a syringe. I could only, it was lockdown, I could not find a syringe. No harm reduction facilities were open at that time. The syringe I found was from a homeless guy, and this syringe was used. I did not care anymore because of the spiritual bankruptcy. Heroin had brought me to a place where I did not care about my health anymore. I did not care about living anymore. So I started injecting, and that's when everything started to fall apart, and my life became hell because I could not live without using, but to live I needed to use. So it kept going that way until I found out about a support group. A support group had approached me and asked me to come to their meetings. So I went to the meeting, and that's where I heard about addiction being a disease. And I said, okay, but I don't think I'm a sick person because I thought that I could still stop on my own. So again, after going to a few support group meetings, I relapsed again. And again, I was in rock bottom again. And I was living hell every day. Every day was hell. I had to inject more than 10 times a day because I wanted to manage my dosage. I did not clean myself anymore. I did not take care of myself anymore. And luckily, through the grace of God, I did not contract any diseases like HIV, hepatitis, and all. But then that's when I asked God for help the first time. I asked God for help. So my grandmother, in desperation, sought help from a member from the support group who had told her to send me to rehab. That's when I went to rehab, and then in rehab, I lived like hell because at that time, you know about the past controversies that have happened with rehabs in Assam. So I was in one of those kinds of rehabs where it was torture, mental torture. So, but at the same time, they were teaching me about my disease. So it clicked. Yeah, yes, I am an addict. I had to surrender my will. I surrendered my will. I surrendered my will to the care of God. And that's when the turning point started. I came out of rehab. My recovery didn't start in rehab. In rehab, it was just forcefully done because I was just forcefully away from drugs. But then when I came out, that's when the battle started. The first year was so hard. Every day I wanted to use. Every day the demon said, the devil said, go and use. It will be different this time. But I had the hope in God. I had hope in God, and I kept going. I kept going. And through the grace of God, through the support of my fellowship from the support group, a person like me who could not stay clean for more than 2 to 3 days, doctor knows here that how many times I had relapses. Even Dr. Mahan knows how many times I had to meet him. And for that person, now I'm on my 3rd year of recovery. I am on my 3rd year of recovery, and it's entirely by the grace of God and the help of the fellowship. And I would like to thank everyone, each and every one of you here, for listening to my story. I know I could go on hours to tell you about my story, but then I don't, you guys also don't have the time. I also can't elaborate that much. I'm not that good. So thank you for giving me this opportunity once again. And thank you to Meghalaya Users Forum for also empowering me in my recovery. Thank you.
The message at the end, when he mentioned that I surrendered to God and I had faith in God. When I came out of the rehab, it's not that I was out of drugs. It is when I surrendered to God and had faith in Him that I started to recover. I find this person's testimony to be so inspiring. I know there was a bit of audio issue, you could not hear everything he said. But at the crux of what he was trying to share with all of us was that he was not walking or trying to do things with what he saw or what he was told about, what the psychiatrist told him or what the rehab person told him. For him, he had the faith. It was the faith, it was not the sight of what was there in front, but knowing that he surrendered to God, that he was able to move forward. I mean, Isaac, this youngster's name is Isaac Surong. Isaac's story is really amazing because, his is kind of a journey, you can say in a desert of despair, in a kind of a valley of fear, almost like a mountain of uncertainty. And yet he was able to, carry this kind of a light that no darkness could extinguish. And that's really a pilgrim of hope, is what I personally believe. And I think he's a great example, you can say an epitome of what faith can do. And being a pilgrim of hope, believing and surrendering yourself to God. And as he said, that it was not in rehab, but it was when I came out of rehab, when I surrendered to God, when I prayed to God, that I started to recover, and today for 3 years, he has been without it. Second, apart from being a pilgrim of hope in his own life, Isaac is today a pilgrim of hope and a beacon of hope for others to know that if he can do it, with that faith that he had, anybody can do it. And the third aspect, which I think is so critical when it comes to the theme that we were discussing today is exactly what Bahek has mentioned. The example of Saint Teresa, of how she had selflessly given herself to the service of the poorest of the poor and become, as he said, a pilgrim of hope. I hope that in today's program, as well as the next 2 to 3 days that you will be here, I hope that all of you will be able to become pilgrims of hope. Even in small ways, it's about, the care that you give. It's about the prayer. It's about the purposeful actions that you do. Small things that are there can bring hope and can bring change. And especially in today's world, where there is so much of problems, issues, so much of concern, so many problems is facing us. I'll tell you that small aspect of hope can really take us very, very far. So I'm so happy. It was, of course, His Holiness Pope Francis, who had in the 2025 Jubilee mentioned the theme of Pilgrims of Hope. And we are so happy that we're able to take this forward. And today the ICYM and the Regional Committee is actually having this program. And I'm so glad to be part of this. I thank each and every one of you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to be here today, this evening. The second part is my small suggestions that I would like to give, especially to the youth. I only have 2 to 3 suggestions which I always share with the youth. I start with a story which I share very often. It's not a story that people have not heard me speak, but I'm very motivated with this story. And that's why I use this story. Maybe you've heard me give this story out before. But this story is really about football. And it's a story about 2 teams playing football for about 3 hours. And after they played football for 3 hours, the score was 0-0. And the reason the score was 0-0 is because they were playing football without goalpost. So they were kicking the ball from one corner to the other without a goalpost. So there were no goals scored. Friends, if you do not have a goal in life, if you do not have a purpose in life, you will be working day and night, and you'll be like those teams, not knowing where you want to go in life, and you'll be not able to score any goal or achieve the goals that you would like to achieve. My message to the youth today is, make sure that you have a purpose in your life. Make sure you set your goals and work towards those goals. It's not just individuals. The ICYM has goals, and we work towards those goals. The Catholic Church has goals. We set our targets and we work towards those targets. Governments have goals. If you look at the vision document of 2032, that's when Meghalaya will turn 60 years old. It's a very thick document. It talks about how we will achieve, what we will achieve, and what is a goal for every single sector. Whether tourism sector, agriculture sector, road sector, water sector, power sector, health, education, in every sector, what Meghalaya should achieve and where should we be in 2032. We have the entire plan and program in front of us. And it's a very steep target, let me tell you. Very, very steep target. And people actually laugh at us. But I tell them, that if we don't target for 90 or 100%, we will not get even half of that. If we just want to pass an exam, then you will just pass an exam. So I urge all of you that number one, make sure that as a youth, you must have a purpose and a goal in front so that you are having a target on where you want to go. I urge the youngsters of the Northeast, this is something that I'm deeply concerned with, is that for us, sometimes we fail to seize the opportunities that are there in front. Sometimes we fail to believe in ourselves that we actually can do it. We sometimes undermine the capacity that we have. We look at ourselves and we feel sorry for ourselves sometimes and say, we're tribals, we can't do it. And that itself is a failure. We have failed before even we have started. I want the youth of the Northeast to want to compete at the top. I would want our youth to have that challenge. How many entrepreneurs do we have? I'm sorry to say this, I don't want to sound anyway communal, but why is it that we have to wait for somebody else to start that business and start that entrepreneurship and enterprise in our states? When will our youth start to do that? To have training sessions, to have discussions on enterprise, on entrepreneurship, on business. I can tell you, of course, I'm not trying to compare or trying to bring out any comparison with other states. But one of the biggest programs that we have is an entrepreneurship program in my state. I believe the way forward for our state and for our region is to promote enterprise, to promote entrepreneurship. And we must do it. We must go out of our way to do it. And I think it is time that our youth also starts believing in themselves that they can actually do it. So I urge, have a purpose, have a goal, have a focus, and you may change your goal 10 years from now, that's fine. But at least you know what you want to do now, and you'll work towards it. Start to be enterprising. Very, very important for our youth. If we're not going to be enterprising, I'll tell you, we'll be left far, far behind. Do it. You may fail, but you will get up again. You will again start to do things. I can tell you, I am an entrepreneur by spirit, let me tell you. I've always believed in starting business. The sad part is I've always failed in it. I failed in all the businesses that I've done. That's the truth. And maybe I'm just a bad businessman, maybe. But I just kept going. I failed in my politics. I have lost the first election that I contested. And I thought that I will win that election because I thought I was late P.A. Sangma's son. How can I lose? And I didn't campaign. I didn't meet the people. I didn't touch the grassroots. I didn't go from village to village. I just used to give a big program, give a long lecture like I'm doing now, and go back home and stick some posters. And I lost that election. And I can tell you that that loss in that election was maybe the greatest turning points in my life. I don't think I would be here today if I had not lost that election, I can tell you. But more importantly, when I lost that election, I cried for 2 months because I could not digest it. But after 2 months, I picked up the pieces. I told myself, I'm not going to accept this, and I'm going to change this. And I worked for the next 2 years, day and night, and of course then I won the next election. And that's how life is. So please, my young ICYM members, all the Catholic youths who are out here, we'd like to see more of our Catholic youths come up with enterprises, start their own businesses, become, icons in the Northeast, and we can do it. In Meghalaya, we're trying to support as many as possible. Many programs are happening. Of course, we can try in other states also to support in whatever way possible. But this is something that I would like to see. And last, of course, I want to also share, which again is the same message and similar message to what Bahek had mentioned to you, that whatever you do in life, whatever you achieve in life, at the end of the day, it is about being a good human being. If people were to ask me that what is the one quality that you would always like to see in the youth, especially our youth of the Northeast, I told them it would be humility. Because if that is not there in your life, I'll tell you, everything is meaningless. You may get all the power, you may become the chief minister of the state, but if you don't have your feet and your ears on the ground, you're not going to sustain it. Things will change very fast. So whatever you do in life, I only hope and pray that you will always have fear in your heart, fear of the Lord, respect for elders, humility in every situation, and become good human beings. And I'm sure the church, ICYM, is working towards that direction, and I can see today the sea of youngsters in front of us, the hope of the Northeast, the hope of the nation. India is young, but Northeast is even younger. Maximum of our population in the Northeast is Gen Z, Gen Alpha and Gen Beta. Whereas if you look at the rest of the country, most of the population is the millennial and a bit part of the Gen Z. So we are here as Gen Alpha and Gen Beta and Gen Z are the maximum. So if you look at the population, it's a pyramid like this. The lowest population is the maximum. Meghalaya, for example, out of 38 lakhs, 38 lakh people, 18 lakh people are below the age of 20. That means 50% of my population is below the age of 20. There are only 6 lakh people in my state, including Bahek and myself and Most Reverend Victor Lindo, who are above the age of 45. And I think hardly about 50,000 people who are above the age of 70. So you can imagine the kind of potential we have. And I keep telling people, the youth is our greatest asset. The youth is our greatest challenge. It all depends on how we nurture it. If we nurture it well, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, the Northeast and India will shine. Because this youth will be the greatest constructive force that we have seen in this world. And if we can't nurture it, and if they get in the wrong direction and start doing the wrong things, then they will become the biggest destructive force that the world has seen. Same youth, matter of how we look at it, and matter of how we nurture it. And that's really what ICYM, that's why it's so important. That's why when I was told that, sir, please come, I said, I will absolutely come. And I'm going to the program in October in Kerala also, in the National ICYM program, because I want to talk to the youth. I want to tell our youth that this is the opportunity. Let us not let go. And the theme, so rightly chosen by late Pope Francis, Pilgrims of Hope, is so appropriate on an occasion like this. And I'm sure that we will all achieve that in the days to come. And ICYM will lead you, will direct you, will nurture you to be there as the constructive force to take our region and our state and our country forward. I wish you all the very best. May God bless each and every one of you. And before I conclude, Father John had given so many mementos to everybody. somebody has to give him something also. It's really, really unfair. So I know this also is really wrong. I should not be doing this. And all the archbishops are here. I feel very scared to do this. When I went to Rome and I came back from Rome in Pope Francis' funeral, when I met Nuncio, so he blessed and he gave me this rosary. So I would like to hand over this rosary to Father John. Though actually he's supposed to give me a rosary. I hope you know that. So I expect a rosary from him also, but I thought this is a meaningful memento and a meaningful gift from my side. I cannot call it, as a religious thing because it's not really for me to do it. He's supposed to do it for me. Yeah. But I would like to present this small rosary blessed by our nuncio who gave it to me, and I would like to give it to Father John for all the work that he's been doing. And let's give him a round of applause, really. And he'll be going at the national level now, right? He will be the big boss. Yeah. Yeah, so with that, once again, I wish all of you the very best. It's really late, and so I'll conclude my speech. So this song is a Beatles song. Yeah, and it's called Let It Be. And the reason it's called, I chose that song is because it's a song of hope. It's a song of hope. And if you go through the history of the song, you'll find that Paul McCartney mentions that, in his dream, Mother Mary had come. And so many challenges were there. But he said, let it be. And let's have hope. And let's continue. In my hours of darkness, she's standing right there in front of me. It's a very, very powerful song, and I think it just fits into today's theme. Times of